Hello and good evening, teacups. Welcome back to Spill the Tea Loo. Welcome back to Teacup Castle, where we are going to have yet another World Cup. What I need to do is turn down the sound of the football in my eardrums, which is incredibly loud. Right, they're having a little chat before this match here in the studio in RTE, and they just blasted my eardrums out of it, but that's all right. Here we are. Here we are. How are we all feeling? I feel like I haven't spoke to you in ages because we didn't have a 7 o'clock show. I feel like I haven't spoke to some of you in a long old time. Guys, before we get into the football and get started, first of all, hello to all of the teacups. That is the most important thing to be saying. But also, for any of the teacups who have not realised or have not seen it and may be interested, we do now have, I've pinned it in the chat, we do now have a Discord for Spill the Tea Loo. So if anybody's on Discord and would like to join, click the link that I have pinned in the chat there. It will bring you through. It will ask you just where you found the Discord from, because obviously not everybody's going to be joining from YouTube. It will also give you the rules, which are basically the same as the channel here on YouTube, but it gives you the opportunity to chat to people between streams when there's no live chat available if you want to. If you don't, that's totally fine, but it's just to let everybody know that is now an option. We do now have a Spill the Tea Loo Discord. Some of the crew, some of the teacups have been in there chatting throughout the France match, which was very interesting. Very, very, very interesting match. So that is pinned in the chat if anybody would like to participate. But for those of you that are here participating in the live chat, for the live stream, for the watch along, let me say hello. Guess was here first. Guess was here first. Guess is now asleep. Guess has to get up very, very early tomorrow. But she did say she hopes that Norway wins. So she's nailed her flag to the mast before she went off for her sleep. Bonkers is here. Hello to our Bonkers. Hello, Shem. There's me with the link. Gary's in the house. Hello, Gary. Hello, Gary. Spurs are doing a lot. I think Spurs are going to be a real problem, a real problem. There's Dave. Hello to Dave. And Lucky, lovely Lucky has been in the chat. And Tom's at the pub, behaving himself, of course. Hello to Tom. Have a drink for us. What else have we got going on? There's our Harold. And Carl. Hello to Carl. There's lovely Paige, who is saying, hit that like button and subscribe. Yes, Paige. That's what we're all about. That is what we're all about. And there's our very own Mama Flossie in the chat. Everybody here. Everybody here. Rob is getting to grips with the Discord. And guys, if anybody's not sure about Discord, if you've never used it before, if you don't want like more social media, etc., believe me, if Rob can do it, anybody can do it. Honestly, that is the benchmark. If Rob could do it, anybody can do it. And anybody who doesn't maybe know what Discord is, it's basically like, it's just like a messaging service, really. It's just a messaging platform. Basically, you can have like group chats on there without having to give out your phone number to half of YouTube, which is why a lot of people will prefer it in terms of like kind of YouTube sort of communities and that sort of a thing. See, Flossie agrees with me. It's just a messaging platform, basically, and you can kind of control who comes in and out of it. You don't have to have a live show. You don't post like pictures. It's not like Facebook or Instagram, or even it's not really like X. It's not like a social media. It's a messaging platform. But you can have group chats and stuff, group forums, without needing to give out your phone number. And obviously, because we all know each other from the internet, and the internet is a strange place sometimes, not everybody is comfortable with like giving out their personal information. So it's a really good way to be able to do it. Sort of like Orca. Welcome back. Hassan, by the way, who joined us from Footy Judge Mo earlier. Like Orchid. I've never heard of that one, Hassan. So maybe it is. Maybe it is. I've never heard of that one. But if it sounds like it, it probably is. But it's actually very easy to use because, I mean, to be fair, I'm laughing at Rob. I'm not much better. You all know what I'm like with technology, which isn't particularly good. But it's actually dead easy to use. It's literally just like a messaging service, but there's a group. So if you want to join, click on the link and it'll bring you into the wee thing. And if you don't, that's a-okay because we'll be doing all the shows. It won't have any impact on the YouTube. It's just if you want to be able to chat between live streams. And yeah, the link for the Discord is at the top of the chat. So do join in. So far, there's me, and there's Guess, and there's Boffman, and there's Flossie, and there's Shem, and there's Rob, and there's Harold. So there's a few of us in there gathering. And when you go in, you'll see there's like a general chat. Then we have a Premier League chat. And then we have a World Cup chat. So yeah, if you want to join, do. If you don't. The link is in the chat. But just since it took me so long to do it, people have been asking me, am I going to do something for the channel, like a group chat or something? It took me like 6 lifetimes to do it. I have now finally got around to doing it. So I said I would let you all know now that it's happened. Guys, we do have the national anthems currently going on. Have you with us. Also, a little bit of news, guys. Obviously, I will be doing my normal 12 o'clock show tomorrow. However, I will also be making an appearance on Football tomorrow. You know what I'm like, guys. I don't often moonlight on other channels. I'm a little bit, considering I spend most of my days talking to other people, I'm a little bit antisocial, aren't I? I don't really, I'm more of a soloist. But I will be on Footy Judge Mo tomorrow, 4 p.m. So if anybody wants to check that out. And what are we doing? And then we'll be doing the Watchalong tomorrow for England and Croatia. What time are you lot playing England and Croatia? I really should be more organised. I'm just absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, scroll. England, Croatia. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock. So that's our schedule for tomorrow. Live here at 12. Then live on Footy Judge Mo at 4. And then back here live at, thank you, Carl, at probably about 10 to 9 for England and Croatia. Who will I be cooking? No, I'm going to be well behaved, so I am. Oh, Mohammed, let me go in and accept you. Accept. Prove. There you are, Mohammed. You should be able to get in and see the chats there now. That is you in. You're on the Discord. Hassan says, I am in neutral in this. Iraq, Iran, and Algeria are the nations I have little to no emotion connection to. Too much history with those countries. There's I will be going for Norway for our Harold. I don't really mind too much, as you all know. But for our Harold, I'm going for Norway. I hope Harold doesn't fall asleep. Harold has work very early tomorrow, and he didn't know if he was going to take a pre-match nap. I hope he hasn't fallen asleep. Fingers crossed, because he'll be so upset if he has. So fingers crossed he won't. He was on the Discord all boxed up. He was on the Discord with us during the France match. So he said he might take a pre-match nap for Norway because he used to get up early, and so he needs to get a few hours of sleep in. But I hope he wakes up now. Normal Guy has joined us and said, hello guys, I have left a like. Be like Normal Guy. Smash that like button. Rob, I'm not planning to cook anyone on Footy Judge Mo. I'm not planning to cook anyone. I'm planning to be on my best behaviour. I don't know who's on the panel. I didn't ask him. It's going to be a surprise for me. I didn't ask him, so I don't know who's going to be on there. But as we know, I'm not a fan of the owl rage bit, so we'll see. We'll see. It'll be interesting to say the very least. But I'm going to be on my best behaviour. Just making sure I've everything all set up, guys. Oh, do you know what I need to do? I need to remember I have a bloody timer. That's what I need to do. I'm going to forget the stupid thing. There he is! Right. Harold, we were panicking. We were panicking. Oh, dear. Right. Harold's here. All boxed up. He's here. There he is. He got you. He's caught you. But it's lovely to have you all in the chat with us for another watch along. We had good fun on the last one, even if the matches aren't good. Although, to be fair, the matches we've caught have been very good. But we make it nice and fun. Even if the match isn't fun, we make it nice and fun. But I feel like this was going to be emotional for Harold. I do feel like it's going to be emotional. Hassan says, I guess I could cheer for Odegaard being a former Gooner and all, but if Haaland scores a hat trick, my Mancunian cousins are going to be a pain in the neck. Fairs. No, I'm just going with our Harold on this one. Daz is in the house. Hello, Daz. I tell you what, we're getting quite a little group, aren't we? We're getting quite a little group for these watch-alongs. It's nice. I enjoy it. And did you notice, Harold? I didn't put Haaland on the thumbnail. I put Noosa. So Harold has been telling us about Noosa for months at this stage. Harold has been telling us, watch out for Noosa. So I've put Noosa on the thumbnail. I took my cue from you, Harold. I'm just they're all just getting set up here. They're going around labeling the head coaches and they're doing their little huddles on the pitch and all, guys. I'm actually looking forward to this. I was waiting. It's weird now. Obviously, it's because of the time difference, but it's highly unusual not having the midday game. You're used to when there's football, there's a midday game, but because of obviously the time difference, it just doesn't work out like that. But it feels like a long old day then when you're just waiting for the matches to come and they're late. So we've kicked off. That is us. The match is officially underway. We have started. It's happening. What score am I saying? I reckon 2-0 to Norway. I reckon 2-0 to Norway. Get your score predictions in, guys. Do. Daz wants to know what score. What score are you guys saying? I think 2-0 Norway. Mohammed says 2-1 Iraq. Shem says 3-1 Norway. Oh, Hassan, you saw that, did you? You enjoyed that one. Do you know what it was? I wasn't supposed to be on that show, Hassan. I wasn't supposed to be on that show. And I was just watching, I was listening in. And there was such nonsense. And I messaged Hassan and Mo. And I was like, get me on there. I can't listen to this drivel anymore. It was completely unplanned. Which I suppose is what people enjoy about it when it's natural, you know. But Surreal McCoys has joined us. Normal Guy says 3-0 Norway. Harold says 3-0 Norway. Rob says 2-0 Norway. Carol says 2-1 Norway. Right, we've got a lot of Norway in there. All boxed up won't incriminate himself. If I give it a score. Fair enough. I'll tell you what, right? Do you know with most teams, if you didn't know what jerseys they wore, you wouldn't probably know by just looking. The fact that Norway's jersey is just their flag, I actually think is excellent. You could just look at that from anywhere and you would know every time. I love it. Hassan said 3-1 because every time I cuss out a City player, they somehow end up playing well, and I cussed out Haaland 2 months back. So that obviously means he's gonna win this match. I mean, that's as logical a reason as any, Hassan. Well, both keepers have been involved so far, not major saves or anything, but both keepers have been involved in the first 2.5 minutes. Bloody hell, the Norway keeper was way out there, wasn't he? Mohammed, yes. Mohammed, you are the only one who has predicted an Iraq win, which means if you're correct, you get all the glory. All Voxed Up wants Harold to be happy. I also want Harold to be happy. I was listening, lads. I was listening because obviously normally I have the commentary turned down like all the way, so I can't really hear most of what they're saying because I'm talking to you guys, and it would just be really distracting. But I was listening to the commentary for the France Senegal match, and really and truly, Irish people we're so odd. We really are so odd the way we say things. Like it's going to be a Norway corner, I think. No, it's a goal kick apparently. That's how much attention I'm paying. Goal kick, my bad. Paige reckons 2-0 or 3-0 to Norway. Mohammed says yes, but it works both ways. If I get it right, I'm a genius. If not, I'll be looking silly. Not to us, Mohammed. It's all a bit of fun. It's all a bit of fun. Nobody is gonna get it all right. It's fun. It's just a bit of fun. Except for Harold, he's emotionally invested. For the rest of us, it's a bit of fun. I have to say, I do quite enjoy the fact that Ireland's not in it now. I was quite disappointed before. I'll tell you what, Iraq have started all right, haven't they? Iraq have started pretty okay. Is that let me see. I'm trying to see the back of the jerseys because obviously I don't know the players. I mean, they're getting to the ball before Norway quite regular here in the first few minutes. I wasn't going to out you all boxed up. I wasn't going to out you. But it's all right. You've outed yourself now. And here we are at the other end. They're defending well too. So not only are they attacking well, getting to the ball first, they're defending well too, our Iraq. You've already got a Norway player, Sorloth. Oh, sure, I didn't recognise him in his Norway jersey. He looks older in the Norway jersey. He's having a wee row with the linesman already. It was lucky. It was a good win for France against Senegal because for a lot of the match, uh, France looked a little shaky. Senegal played very well. I think the scoreline flattered France slightly. And it's with the Norway keeper again. He's been very involved. Harold says, how was that a free kick? I'll be honest, Harold, I'm not entirely sure. And I believe that's what Sorloth was asking the linesman about. I do believe. But oh, Haaland's beat him to it there, hasn't he? Oh, with the keeper. With the Iraq keeper. So Haaland beat the defender to the ball there, but it was straight at the keeper. So didn't go too far. Yes, normal guy. The wee chap that scored for Senegal today, he's 18. I believe, was that only his second time ever playing for Senegal? It was only his second something. They were saying like he's not got a lot of experience as such. It was a big, and God love him, that Mbappe goal was so good. And it was like 60 seconds, not even 60 seconds later. It just took the whole shine off for him. So they went from like 2-1 and a few minutes to go back in the game to 3-1 and completely done and dusted. So I did feel sorry for him. But his goal was very good. The wee chap that scored the goal, that was not like, I know Mbappe's was brilliant. But your wee man that scored for Senegal, that was a good goal too, especially in his wee. We'll see him now next summer transfer window. Will be 100 million. That's the way it goes, isn't it? Is the referee wearing shoulder pads? That or he spends a lot of time at the gym. He looks like he's wearing, the shoulder pads from the 70s? The 80s? Were shoulder pads the 80s or the 70s, guys? But it was a free kick there to Iraq, but nothing really came of it. Iraq have really started this game well. Like both teams are. It is quite end. Both teams are getting chances. Both keepers have been involved. It's not one way traffic. But Iraq just feel, if I had to give an edge after 8 minutes, I would say ever so slightly Iraq. 70s, says Rob. 70s. I'll go with you, Rob, because obviously I don't remember. So it's back. It's back with the Norway keeper again. Yeah, Hassan says it's interesting. The Iraqi players seem pretty calm considering the task at hand. Oh my holy moly, Carl! Oh my goodness me! Thank you very much. That is incredibly generous. And it's a pair in a castle. The pair is cleaning Teacup Castle. Thank you very much, Carl. That is incredibly generous. I really appreciate that. Yes, W's for Carl in the chat. W's for Carl. That is so incredibly generous. Thank you very much. And I like it's the pair. The pair is cleaning Teacup Castle. Massive shout out to Carl. Yeah, exactly, Shem. Exactly, Shem. 100%. Wow, wow, wow for Carl. Both keepers have been sending it long quite a bit. The ball is moving. It's a fast moving game. I like that. A lot of the games we've watched, guys, have been really fast moving games. It's like that. It keeps them exciting. I'm not quite sure about that one. The Norway ball controls it. I don't think there was much in that from Doski. There's a foul been given here against Doski in Norway's favour. I'll be honest, I didn't think there was much in that. Harold says it must be nerves from the keepers. I would imagine so. I would say neither of them probably thought they would be this involved this early, but both keepers have been on the ball, probably more than some of the outfield players. There's Odegaard. And it's with the Iraqi keeper. Although I did listen, Harold, I did listen to how you pronounce some of the players' names today. And I did see it's actually not Odegaard, it's Odegaard. The O with the little line through it is like an ugh. I can't say it properly, obviously, because it's not a sound I'm used to. But it's like Surloch and Odegaard. It's not Odegaard. But I've said it like that for so long, it's very hard to break the habit now. Shot there for Al Hamidi of Iraq. Now, I mean, he sent it over the bar, but they've got a few shots, haven't they, Harold? Yeah, Harold says WTF is happening, and Rob says Iraq look tidy. Normal guy. I'm like, get this off my screen. I want to watch the game. I'm like that when they keep showing the fans. I know it's very lovely and all, but I'm like, see when the game is fast like this, I don't want to see it. See if a player's down injured and it's like a break in the play, show fans then. I don't really mind. But do you see when the match is fast paced and things are happening? I don't care what's going on in the crowd. Time and place, and the cameramen do not seem to have actually got the message. So, yeah. All boxed up is suggesting there might be problems for Norway in this match. And yeah, so Harold is saying WTF is happening. Rob is saying Iraq look tidy, and all boxed up is suggesting there may be problems for Norway. I would go along with all of those comments. I agree with everything you've all said. Welcome back, Gary. I spotted you were here earlier, but you're back with us. Nice to have you here. But I have to say, yeah, Iraq are looking very good, and they've certainly had more shots. They're certainly getting more shots away than Norway. And they're not like, I mean, they're not all on target. They're not all forcing saves, but I mean, they're not all mad, crazy shots. They're not, up over the edge of the stadium. They're not a million miles away. The fact that they're getting so much space to get off so many shots would be a concern for me. All boxed up. There might be problems for Norway, but relax, Harold. You've just given him a heart attack all boxed up. Oh, Gary, you're in the Discord, are you? Let me get you in the Discord. Do let me know, guys, if you are joining the Discord while I'm live, and I'll bring you in. So you should be in there now, Gary. Hassan with a very good point. This is reassuring for Harold. It's just 15 minutes. France looked like children in the first half of the last game, and I have to agree. France looked dreadful in the first half. In fact, France didn't really look like they were playing football until halfway through the second half. And even then, it was a little bit shaky. So, yeah, very good point from Hassan. It's okay, Harold, don't panic. Normal guy. Normal guy thought Haaland was at centre back. No, they're just all really tall in Norway. Really tall, really chiseled, and really blonde. I'm pretty sure Haaland is not a centre back, though. And it is back with the Norway keeper. You will see, guys, anybody who has joined the Discord, you'll see there's 3 different chats in there, okay? So you've got Premier League talk. So if you are talking transfers or Premier League, that's for there. World Cup, so any of the matches that are ongoing that I'm not doing a watch along, bang it in there. And then there's just general chit chat. If you just want to chat amongst yourselves, it's not really about like football, whack it in there. So just so you know, it means that like if there's different conversations going on, you'll actually be able to talk to each other. World Cup, Premier League, and just general chit chat. To be fair, Gary, once you have a look, it's not that hard. You just click the chat you want to be in and type away. It's much easier than it seems. There's Noosa. There is the man that Harold told us about. I'll be keeping an eye on him. There's Blondie out on the right. Is that Ryerson? Is that him? I'm figuring out which name goes with which head of hair, guys. So I might just shout numbers at you. But there's Doski. I'm calling him Doski because like broski, Doski. So it must. I'm assuming it rhymes. Um, but yeah, my commentator Neve is telling me that they need to get Haaland on the ball a bit more, and I would suggest yes, they do, because Haaland is now in the midfield having to chase the ball down by himself, doing a bit of the Harry Kanes because they can't get the ball to him. He's having to get the ball for himself. That's not where Erling Haaland is effective. He's actually quite fast though, isn't he? Like for a big guy, he's quite fast. He moves faster than a lot of the rest of them there. Hussein, one of the Iraqi players, went to the ground there, and the referee just looked at him and was like, "Get up." Like, no nonsense. I have to say, for the most part, overall, I'm really enjoying the referee in the refereeing in the World Cup, because for the most part, they've been quite no nonsense. The games have moved fast. The set pieces have moved fast. There's been less simulation, not none, but less. The refs are having no nonsense. I like it. There's Noosa going forward for Norway there. He ran all the way into the box and then just ran into two Iraqi players instead of passing. Why didn't he try and pass it? Now they've won the corner. Did I say Iran? Did I? No, Iran played the other morning. They played. Who did Iran play? New Zealand? I don't know. I can't remember. There's too many games. Um, I agree, Lucky. I think in the France game that should have been a penalty. There was no contact. I think that was a penalty. I agree, Lucky. Oh no, you did. You did, Rob. I mean, to be fair, it's only one letter off. Right, so we have a corner here for Norway, but there's a whole heap of jostling. I mean, absolutely nothing came of that. Yes, it was New Zealand. Thank you, Hassan. I mean, the corner came in, and I don't think you could say that Haaland headed it. I think it was more the ball bounced off his head rather than he headed the ball. The ball headed him, I think, and it just went over the bar. So the Iraqi keeper has sent it forward. Had a bit of ping pong, and it is now with Iraq. No, it's not. It's back with Norway. It has evened out a little over the last few minutes. I did think for the first sort of 10, 15 minutes, Iraq did have the edge. But Norway, the last 5 or so minutes, have started to grow into it. Normal Guy says, yes, the refs have been decent this World Cup. I agree. I agree. I do think they've been decent this World Cup. So it says at the minute possession control 52% Norway, 34% Iraq, and the rest, the difference was when the ball was in contention. The thing is, what match did we watch the other day? Was it the Japan match? I can't, I think it was the Japan match. And we sort of said the possession doesn't really matter. It's about which team is more dangerous. And I would suggest Iraq have looked more dangerous. Yeah. The ball headed it did. It just bounced off his head. He was not in control of the heading. So the ball headed him. No. See, it made sense in my head, all right? All that stuff, it made sense to me. Oh, Noose is on the ground. He looks sore. Ismail. So on the back, so here you'll see Ismail. Ismail is in the lineup. That's what he's listed as. But on the back of his jersey, he's listed as Zaid. So Zaid Ismail, I'm assuming. Ismail Zaid? I don't know. But it says Zaid on his jersey. If you see Zaid, that's Ismail here. Um, but it's a free kick because he did a foul on Nusa. So it's a free kick for Norway. Blondie here, Ryerson. I know you're. I saw somebody say, well, they're all blonde, yeah. But Ryerson's like bleach blonde. Ryerson looks like when Eminem dyed his hair blonde. Like he's blondie blonde. That's peroxide. I don't believe that's natural. And now he's having a bit of a tantrum. The referee has put a line on the ground, and the player keeps moving it. And the referee is like, no, there is the line. That's where you take it from. And now he's watching. If there's any jostling, this referee is ready. It's with the keeper. It's with the keeper. It did get through, but it's with the keeper. Harold says Nusa is starting to wake up. He is, Harold. He was absent the first little while, but he is now starting to wake up. Hassan says Norway look a bit more composed now, though, which isn't good for Iraq. Agree. Agree. It was all Iraq. Now Norway are growing into the game. Fully agree with that. I mean, see, Hassan, he does look a bit like him. I'm right. Yeah, the very informative commentary. The blondie blonde, the extra blonde, and the ball headed him. I mean, I'm unique. We've got the hydration break. I was calling them ad breaks, but because I'm watching it on RTE now, RTE doesn't go to ads. RTE just shows the player drinking the water, and I can hear the studio team, and they'll show me highlights now in a minute of what's happened so far, the shots. So I have to say, they are ad breaks. That's why they've been put in place. But I'm going to have to call them hydration breaks now because RTE, which is the Irish channel, aren't going to ads. So I can't really call them that, can I? I'm seeing the players drink their water right now. Yes, and now hydration. And now hydration. None of these players are playing with their surnames on their jerseys. That's going to be confusing for me. Um, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Some of the comparisons you're going to hear on here, Hassan, as all boxed up says, I never know what's going to come out of my mouth. None of it's planned. None of it's planned. Sometimes my mouth works faster than my brain, so I've said it before I've thought it, and it makes for what's the right word? Very honest comments. Yeah, it's a break. Whatever you want to call it, it's a break. I mean, I think today there has been quite a bit of heat because I saw in the France Senegal match they were roasting. They were roasting, and you can see here Norway players in the ice pack. Um, and that's the thing. Do you see when it is really hot and they need it? I don't have a problem. I have a problem when they're playing indoors in air conditioning. They don't need a cooling break. All boxed up. Thank you very much. In summary, Lou is amazing. Thank you very much, all boxed up. I do appreciate it. You're very sweet. Hassan says, RTE. Haven't heard that channel name in 3 years. Last time I was in Ireland. Well, if you haven't guessed from my accent, that's where I am. I do like the RTE commentary. It is different. And maybe it's just, when it's your own humor, when it's the humor of your own people. It's I do prefer the Irish commentary on the football than the English commentary. It is quite different. Our lads earlier, they were unimpressed with Mbappe before his goal. They were like, it's just not working out for him today, is it? And I think there was, who else were Due? No, not Due. There was somebody else that were, I think We're a wee bit unique over here in Ireland. We're an island, and we act like it. Harold says, to be fair, we probably need this tactical break. But that's the problem. That's the problem. Right. So we started off with a free kick to Iraq, who have launched it forward, and then it has, in fact, been skied. After me saying they're not skying it, this bucko has skied it. But thank you very much, all box stuff. But it's back with the Norwegian keeper. I would like to know how many touches he has had. Because I feel like the Norwegian keeper might have had more touches than any other player on the Norwegian team except maybe Ryerson. Although the defenders have probably had a few as well. Side to side to side to side, you know. Right, we've moved forward. It's with Sturla. Right, Norway are going forward here. Nusa has it. He's laid it off. Oh, goal! Goal Norway! Haaland has scored goal Norway. And shout out Harold. That started with Nusa. That started with Nusa. Nusa laid it off to somebody, I don't know who. The person he laid it off to, all in. And very, very, very good finish from Erling Haaland. 1-0 Norway. Harold, you did need that break because look what happened immediately afterwards. I would say my neighbours think I'm a lunatic, more of a lunatic. There it is, out to Noosa on the left, and it was a little bit behind him. He did well. He laid it off, crossed in. Erling Haaland, that's a striker's finish. Do you know what that is? It's a very Ruud van Nistelrooy kind of finish. It's a striker's finish. Like Erling Haaland, I know at the moment is just very much in a class zone. But for me as a United fan, when I think of a striker's striker, I think of Ruud van Nistelrooy, who would probably in this day and age be considered a goal hanger, but to me, he's a striker's striker. And so for me, that's what Erling Haaland is. He shouldn't have to go deep. He's not a Harry Kane. He's a Ruud van Nistelrooy. You know what I mean? He's a goal hanging striker. He's better at that, which is difficult in itself because you have to be in the right place all the time. Mohammed. Yeah, Mohammed, your prediction, you were flying there for a minute. Now, Iraq are on the attack. Oh, I like that. Iraq are on the attack. It rhymes. Excellent. I've just got that one. I'm only 30 minutes in. Excellent. Ibrahim has it out on the right wing. He's trying to get it into the box, but it was defended by a blonde man. I'm not sure which one. Haaland on the counter. Norway are countering. Haaland has danced around several players. Gerloff had his shot blocked. Had his shot blocked. All boxed up was jumped camp. He's abandoned. He's completely abandoned Mohammed. Norway's tails are up now. Who is that looks like Erling Haaland? Who's number 14? Yeah, exactly, Hassan. Exactly, like a frontline number 9, like a Zlatan. Yeah. To be fair, Carl, I don't think there are many rival fans that probably do like Van Nistelrooy. Um, to be fair, if I was a rival, if Van Nistelrooy had played for somebody else, I probably wouldn't have liked him either. I'm sure he wears it as a badge of honour. The highest compliment you could pay him as an Arsenal fan is that you don't like him. We have I believe, a corner for Norway. They're having a good old chinwag here. Oh yes, it's Ryerson. Ryerson Slim Shady is taking the corner, but the referee is taking. Oh, he's having a word with Berg. Sanderberg. He's telling him no pushing and shoving in my penalty area. Don't want to hear it. Oh, he's talking to the Iraq player answered him back. And he basically was like, I'm the referee, you do what you're told. I like it. Feisty. Oh, he's talking to somebody else now. Oh, he's giving out to everybody individually. The corner was taken. The goalkeeper went to the ground. He's given a foul to Iraq. I'll be honest, I just thought the keeper fell over. I mean, he tried to punch it away and missed and fell over. I'm not quite sure what the foul was, to be honest. And Van Persie, says Carol. I mean, I have to say, if I was an Arsenal fan, I would really, really not like Van Persie. Do you know who I don't like? Carlos Tevez. You say Van Persie, who I do quite like, funny enough. Who I don't like, Carlos Tevez. Probably in the same way that you don't like Van Persie. All the vans, says Carol. Stay away from the white van. Hassan liked him as a player, but hated that he was a United player. Theirs. Where is Haaland? Bright. Erling Bright Haaland. I didn't realise that Bright was his mother's surname. I knew he was Erling Bright Haaland. I didn't realise that was why. They do that in Brazil as well. The middle surname. They do kind of first name, middle name, mother's surname, father's surname. I didn't realise it was the same in Norway, but that makes sense. Lads, I didn't update the score. My screen still says 0-0 and nobody reminded me. Goodness me, sure, we're away in with the wrong score on the stream. There we are. Oh no, that's a red card. We don't want that. That's a goal. Poor Norway. I've been doing them out of a goal for about 15 minutes here. Norway have taken over now, haven't they? And to be fair, they were starting to take over even before the break. Well, nobody was getting to that, were they? Ayer had a lot on that pass. To be fair, all box stuff. Flossie reminded me the last time. It was somebody else's turn today. There was a wee bit of wrestling going on there. I feel like that might have been a foul on wee Ibrahim there. Mohammed says this isn't fun while laughing. I think you might be enjoying it despite yourself, Mohammed. Haaland's got it. He's laid it off for Sturloth, who's given it to Odegaard, I think. Yes, Odegaard, who has sent it wide. Hassan says, to be fair to Iraq, they haven't lost their heads yet. So let's see. No, they haven't lost their heads, but they've dropped off. So initially, the first 15 minutes, they had possession, they had the attack, they were setting the tempo, they were going forward. And Norway were very much on the back foot. It's now totally the other way around. I think Iraq need to lift their tempo again. Norway have started to take control. Daz, what do you mean it's not letting you get into the Discord? You click the link, you have to fill in the little thing, tick the box to say you agree to the rules, and then it lets you in. So there shouldn't be anything stopping you. Carol, it's the same for you. What is happening, guys? How far are you getting? Because there's quite a few of the lads there in the chat that are in. So tell us where you're getting stuck, and the lads will be able to help you. Only you could keep me up. Are you falling asleep there, Rob? Are you falling asleep? Thank you very much. Yes, as normal guy says, W's for Rob for a very generous super chat. And you've only used one sentence. You get loads of characters on the £10 super chats. So thank you very much. But is it because I'm shouting? Is that what's keeping you awake, Rob? Iraq are trying to go forward down the left. They've cut it back into the box. Header! Goal! It's a goal! It's 1-1! It's a very good goal. 1-1. Very good. Very well worked. Very, very good goal. Great header. Well worked. The cut back into the box is brilliant. Very good. Very well done. And you know what? There you go. Down the left. He gets past Ryerson. Look at that for a through ball. Cut back by 16. What a header. Hussein that scored. What a header. Brilliant. Daz, yeah, it's probably telling you it's the way do you know when you sign up for anything, they have to confirm your email address. It could be going to your junk folder. Double check your junk folder. You'll get an email and it'll say confirm this is your email address. You just click confirm and then it should work. But yeah, very good setup, very good run down the left, very good cut back, very good header. Yeah, exactly. Every single piece of that was very good. Very, very good team goal. All three players that were involved did very well. The wee player that got past Ryerson as well, very good. Every single part of it, the assist and the pre-assist, very good. It's with Serloth. He's given it off to Odegaard, who was dispossessed immediately. All boxed up. Can I just say, Norway scored after the drinks break, levelled off again, and then Iraq scored. It had been, to be fair, the score. Good shout, Cyril McCoys. Cyril McCoys is on the button. I'm not used to having a score for it, so I keep forgetting it exists. But good shout. That was much quicker than the last time. Noose is trying to go forward here, but he was cut out. Oh, you tried, normal guy, did you? Oh, sorry. I didn't spot it. I'm sorry. You did try. You did your best. I'm so sorry. You have to persevere with me sometimes. Because I'd be that busy. I'd be yabbering away. And then I'm looking at the screen. Norway are trying to go forward again, but Iraq's defense, and that was it. At the start, Iraq's defense was very good. And then Norway started to actually be able to get through. And then now it looks like Iraq's defense is coming back together again. So we'll see. We will see. I'll tell you what, to be fair, right? I know Ryerson, your wee chap got around Ryerson for the... Well, that's clearly a foul. What? Doski literally runs up to Ryerson, who's shielding the ball, pushes them in the back onto the ground, and it's just given us a goal kick to Iraq. I mean, I think that, and it was directly in front of the fourth official. That was 2-1. It's 2-1 to Norway. I don't really know what to say about that, guys. It's 2-1 to Norway. Erling Haaland has scored a second goal. The Iraqi defender sent it back to the keeper, and Haaland got to the ball at the same time as the keeper. I'm 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 I don't really know what to say about that. So the Iraq defender had the ball, passed it back to his keeper, how we see all the time in the Premier League. He passed it back to his keeper, but Erling Haaland ran after the ball. The keeper kicks it, Haaland kicks it the other way, it goes in the back of the net. And you know what? You know what? Norway should have had a free kick before that. They should have had a free kick before that. They got away with it, and then they didn't make the most of it. Carl, Carl has got his score prediction right. 44 minutes into the game. Carl, I don't know how to tell you this. Your score prediction, I don't know. I think there's probably another 2 or 3 goals in this. Yeah, Hassan, the Iraq defender, doing a Guahi. Like, I'm not really sure what else the keeper could do there. He connected with the ball. He kicked the ball. But I mean, Haaland was right there. Real McCoy's a bad pass back from the defender. I mean, he put his keeper in that position. I can't believe what I've just seen. Iraq are trying to go forward here, but they've passed it to the Norway defender, and now it's with Sørloth. It's with Iraq again. Yeah, there's a lot of loose passing going on here, guys. Gary, would have been a soft free kick. I don't think so. You can't just run up to a player and shove them in the back directly in front of the fourth official. He didn't play the ball. He didn't make no attempt to play the ball. He walked up to the player and shoved him in the back. So, I mean, I don't think it would have been soft. Carl with another mega super sticker. Carl is on fire. What is this one? We've got the goal pair. It's the goal pair from Carl. We've had a few of them tonight. Shout out Carl. And everybody has been very generous. Carl and All Boxed Up and Rob. But Carl is absolutely on fire this evening. So special shout out to Carl. The Norway player, I think it was Odegaard, but one of the Norway players really in there was one of the Iraq players, and again the call is given Iraq's way. I have to say, right? Yeah, I know it's 2-1. What did I say? It's on the screen 2-1. 2-1. Are you just letting me know? Or I have it as 2-1. I actually remembered this time by myself. I was clever. But you spotted it, Lucky. You've spotted the super sticker. Yeah, it's the goal pair. I have to say, right, at the start of this match, I complimented the refereeing performances throughout the tournament so far. I'm not a fan of this referee. Iraq are trying to attack. They're going forward down this left here. They're in the box. Odegaard back defending. Odegaard's back defending, but it's been laid off. It's across. It was nearly a goal. Nearly a goal. The Iraq player's called for a handball. What? Right, let me see. So number 8, shot on goal. He a handball, and I'm not sure why, because it's hit the Norway player's knee. I suppose if you don't ask, you don't get. But it's going to be a corner to Iraq. I have to be honest, lads. I'm not I'm not feeling this ref. I'm not a fan of this ref. All the other matches we've watched, you remember what we said the other day? It must have been the match as well. The ref just wasn't involved. It was great. This ref, like corners in, all the way around. All the way around. It just curved all the way around. So it's going to be a goal kick for Norway. No, Hassan. No, definitely not a handball. It looked like it hit his knee. They're doing the rowing. The Norway fans are doing the rowing. I think Iraq are giving it everything. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this referee. We've had some really good refereeing performances through this tournament, some really good ones. My favourite, I think, was the Japan match. But not a fan of this referee. He's over involving himself, I think, and he's not getting the decisions right either. They're Vikings. They're Vikings. Anybody who's not, he doesn't understand the rowing, it's because they're Vikings. And actually, they're the Norway team picture before the tournament was them in Viking gear, getting ready to get on the boat and go to war. So it's the Viking boats. They're rowing the Viking boats. Noosa here with some fast feet, but his feet were faster than the ball and he's lost it. Iraq have won it back, but yeah, no, it's back with Iraq. It's turned over a few times. Turned over a few times now. Iraq are attacking. Iraq are on the attack. Oh! Al-Hamidi. I thought he got it past the goalkeeper. He got it past the goalkeeper run out. He kicks it past the goalkeeper. I thought that was going to just slow-mo roll into the back of the net. It was just wide. Just wide. So, corner for Iraq. Corner comes in. It's with number 16. He's putting it into the box. Looks like Erling Haaland got to it first. I thought that was in, lads. What a strike was that? It goes up the goal and hits the back of the net. I thought it went in. What a strike that was. I know Norway are winning this match, but I feel like Iraq have been the better team. We're a half time, lads, right? Let me do the timer. I'm glad it wasn't just me. I thought that was in. I saw him strike. I saw the back of the net ripple. I thought it was in. Right, hold on. Let me do this timer because it's just going to keep going. It's just going to keep going. No, the second half, you moron. All right, yeah, okay. All righty, right. We've paused it. We've paused it. Right. So it wasn't just me. Wasn't just me. Everybody thought it was in. I genuinely believed that was after hitting the back of the net. Right, hold on till I tell this lot to shut up at the halftime. I don't want to listen to them. All Boxed Up says, as I stated above, Norwegian defence are shaky. Yes, they very much are. Hold on, guys. Hold on a wee minute. Hold on a wee minute. Sorry. There we are. There we are. Nah, right. So yeah, Norwegian defence is shaky. Norwegian defence is very shaky. Hassan says, I don't know about better, but certainly formidable competition. I do. And I'm not trying to be funny. I genuinely think Iraq have been the better team. I feel like they started the match better. I feel like they ended the half better. And I feel like Norway had a spell in the middle, which they used, and they used it effectively. But I think if it wasn't for a terrible pass back, this would be a draw. Rob, guys, you are on fire. Rob and Carl, absolutely on fire. And we have the lemon and the lime hugging it out. We have the lemon and the lime hugging it out on the super sticker. Incredibly generous. Carl and Rob, and we got a super chat as well, but Carl and Rob absolutely smashing it with the super stickers. These are the best teacups. The best teacups. Thank you very much, Rob. Thank you very much. All Boxed Up says the BBC are saying Iraq are the story of the first half. They've been fantastic. This is a debtor, you call this man. Right, hold on. The guy on RTE, I always get his name wrong and I don't want to insult the poor man. I'm sure his name is Debtor. No. Why won't they tell me his name? For the love of Jesus. Not Dara Maloney, you pain in the Jesus. Right, hold on till I see. Sorry, guys, bear with me. It'll make sense in a moment. Didi, not Debtor. Didi. Didi Haman. He does be part of the RTE commentary. He's German. I wasn't sure where he was from. I wasn't far wrong. His proper name is Dietmar, so he goes by Didi. Didi Haman. He does be part of the RTE commentary, and he tends to have a different point of view than the other lads a lot of the time. Right. Flossie is off to sleep. Sleep well, Flossie. Do sleep well. Have a lovely rest. I will be back tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Hopefully, I will see you there. Thank you very much, Flossie, for helping out with the Discord as well. Have a wonderful sleep. Let me see. Gary says, if Iraq keep playing like this, I can see them getting something out of this. If they keep playing like this, they deserve to get something out of this. Yes, Carl. Yes, that's him. That's him. Yes. He commentates on the RTE. He just commentate on the RTE. He just be on, do you know the panel when they go to the studio? He be in the studio panel. Didi and And Shay Given does be there often. Harold, you do have to sleep. You have to sleep because you need to drive safely tomorrow. Don't you worry. We will fly the flag. We will fly the flag for Norway. I'm not sure how much help we're going to be because Iraq have been very good. But you're winning. That's what matters. So sleep well to Harold and to our Flossie. Erling Haaland is the first player to score 2 goals in a World Cup match for Norway ever. RTE have just told me. That's quite an achievement, isn't it? All Boxed Up says, I can see the Norwegians wilting later on. I have to say, they've not been great. They've really, as I said, they had a little spell in the middle of it. But I thought for the first 15 minutes of the half and the last maybe 10 to 15 minutes of the half, maybe 10, it was all Iraq. So other than maybe a 15 to 20 minute spell in the middle of the half, I would have said Iraq definitely were more dangerous. I think Erling Haaland has made the difference for Norway, drastically made the difference for Norway. Yeah, and I saw somebody say there a little while ago they don't think Odegaard's been very good. I would agree with that. I don't think he's been very good. I think Noosa started slow, and then once he got going, he's been very effective. I think, as I said, Haaland's been quite good. I think, to be fair, I know in order for Egypt to score, they did get around Ryerson, but I actually think Ryerson has been very good for Norway. He's been going forward, he's been making runs, he's been earning free kicks, he's been earning corners, he has been causing them a problem. He's given the defence for Iraq something to think about. I would say he's probably been Norway's best player. Certainly their most involved player. But other than that, I mean, their defence has been poor. And I don't think Odegaard's been great. I think actually most of the Iraq team are playing, I think, very much as a team. They play as a team. I think they've been very effective. Very, very effective. I'm just looking at an ad here. An ad for sure with Cole Palmer. He's not actually at the World Cup. That has to be so frustrating for him. I mean, I don't think he deserved to go, but it has to be frustrating to see it. Oh no. Go to the doctor, normal guy. Harold says, I'm surprised over Iraq, but also we do have 1.9 XG and they had 0.73, more possession and more shots on target. Well, you've definitely had more possession. I know what the XG is telling you, but I'm telling you from watching it, they were more dangerous in front of goal than you. From watching it, I felt Iraq, when they had the ball in your box, they looked like scoring. I felt when you had the ball in their box, they were defending much better. And I think if it wasn't for that very, very poor pass back that left the keeper with no choice, I definitely think they've been more dangerous than you. Definitely. I think you have had control in terms of possession. It's about what you do with it. And to be fair, you've put the ball in the back of the net. So that's all that matters, really. But I don't think yous have been over. Like, I know the numbers are the numbers, but I mean, if you asked me to guess the XG, I don't think yous have been over twice their XG. Do you know what I mean? But no, it's definitely not all bad. It's definitely not all bad. My XG, what it's showing me here, they're different than yours. Now yours is still better. Norway is still better, but the numbers are different. So I suppose it probably depends what yoker they use as well. But yours on my one, even though the numbers are different, Norway's XG is better as well. I think I think stats can be good, but I don't think they outweigh the eye test. Do you know what I mean? You're using FOTMob. I don't know what they use. I'm assuming they use Opta. I think most of the TV channels tend to use Opta. They didn't say. Normally it would say powered by Opta or powered by whatever. It was just the one that was on RTE. They had 0.49 and 1.24. So they had Jews actually even more better, if that makes sense. Like they had you nearly treble their XG. So they actually had Jews even more ahead. But I don't know what they're going by. I would assume Opta, but it's a guess. But when I was watching it, that's not how it felt to me, if that makes sense. As I said, really the only stat that matters at the end of the day is who's put the ball in the back of the net. But in terms of a trajectory, I would be concerned. Although yous come out well after the hydration break, so a longer hydration break is probably going to be good for you guys. And now you know what Iraq are going to come out like. So you might have expected Iraq to come at us a little differently than they have. And you'll be able to tweak some things. The thing is, they will probably also be able to tweak things. I think we're in for a good second half. It was a very enjoyable first half, entertaining football. And I hope we have a second half that's the same. Normal guy, if your arm is that sore and you think you've torn something since Monday, go to the doctor. That's what they're there for. If I thought I tore something in my arm, I'd go to the doctor. Yeah, to be fair, all boxed up, there's a lot of people that don't go by stats at all. I don't mind stats, but I use them in conjunction with the eye test. The only position, and I've said this actually when we're talking about transfers, the only position that I go sort of just on stats as such is goalkeeper, because either they're saving the goals or they're not. It's one of those where you can't really get it wrong. The goalkeeper's saving the goals or they're not. They're conceding the goals or they're saving the goals. Outside of that, I think stats, for me personally, they're more of a supplement to the eye test. But look, everybody experiences it a little bit differently. And to be fair, the eye test is very subjective. So I can watch it, Harold can watch it, All Boxed Up can watch it, Carl can watch it, Hassan can watch it, and Joe, we can all come out with a different impression. And then it's a case of, okay, now we look at the stats. Does it sort of back up, or do you know what I mean? I think it can be used in that sort of a way rather than the only thing, would be my take. But everybody watches the sport differently. Yeah, be careful, normal guy, your arm doesn't fall off, says Rob. Reassuring, Rob. That's what he wanted to hear. But let me see. Carol, is it the same over there? Here it can be, to be fair. Here it can be hard to get a hold of a doctor. As the population grows, there's less doctors to go around and they want more money for everything. The players are coming back onto the pitch here. We should have already had the Premier League referee that got injured. We only spoke about it yesterday. What's his name? Michael Oliver. Michael Oliver was due to have refed a match already, but he injured himself. So you should have already had, I'd say there's slots. And that was England's or Premier League slot. and he was injured, so it was given elsewhere. But I don't think they'll rearrange the other slots. So I think you might have to wait till the second round now. Michael Oliver, thank you, Carl. Do you know when the name just doesn't come to you? It just took a minute. It just wasn't coming to me at all. So yeah, I would say you might have to wait till the next round of matches now. I don't know what way it's spaced out, but you have missed a slot. You should have already had one, but he injured himself. Right. Oh, bugger, we're up and running. We're up and running. But I've got it slightly off. So, right, let me see. Okay. I think I've got it right now. Yeah. More or less. More or less. Right, Iraq are on the attack. It was overturned there. Overturned by Norway. Haaland's got it. They tried to dispossess him. It's gone out for a Norway throw. We didn't have any halftime subs that I saw. I didn't see any halftime subs. So it's with the Iraq back line here. Hassan Hassan is not a fan of Michael Oliver. I mean, to be fair, I'm not particularly a fan of Michael Oliver. I don't think I would wish him injury, though. I'm not a fan, but I don't think I'd wish him injury. Yes. Yes, all boxed up. He's supposed to be back for his next allocated game. Carl also not a fan. I mean, he's not a popular man, is he? He's not a popular man. So it's with the Norwegian goalkeeper. He's going to pick it out any minute now, I assume. But I can only see Erling Haaland, so I don't know. I'm having to guess. Oh, here he is. He's kicked it. He's launched it forward. Absolutely launched it. It's with Ryerson. He's run it out of play there, but they've allowed play. He's run it completely out of play, and they've just allowed play to continue. What? Now they've stopped the play? Right. Ryerson ran the ball entirely out of play. It was out. Really out. They let the play continue, and then as Iraq won the ball back and tried to counter, they pulled it back for the goal kick. It's baffling to me. Yeah, this referee is not very good. This referee is not very good. Not a fan. Not quite as bad as the very first game. He was woeful. But the second worst referee I've seen so far. Anthony Taylor is doing Colombia versus Uzbekistan, says Daz. You know it's getting late. I'm starting to yawn. This is why I can't do like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. watch-alongs. I would be awake, but I'll start yawning and I'll not be able to talk because I'll be just yawning the whole way through, and that's no fun for anyone. So it was nearly with Noosa, but it's not now. It's with Iraq. Iraq are trying to attack. Down the right wing, Hussein tried to cross it. It didn't go very well. He didn't get the cross. He's got a throw. He was quite involved in the first half as well, that Hussein. But he's thrown it. But they've gone backwards with it. They're all the way back with their back line. Yeah, all boxed up. He does seem to be in line for it, doesn't he? I'll tell you, none of them could lace Colleen's boots. Throw for Norway there. Normal guy. 3 games for me is my max. I don't mind if I kind of watch them in the house, if they're on, or I'll potter about, or I'll do a bit of cleaning or cook dinner while it's on. Like, so the France match, I was cooking while it was on. But one watch long is enough because you're sat for quite a long time. And obviously, it's a lot of talking. It's enjoyable, but it's a lot of talking. Iraq has got the ball off Norway there. They've won the ball off Norway. Hassan is saying it's a good formation change from Norway. Having Sandeberg as the pivot point makes the Norway midfield more stable. They're defensively setting up better as well, because the whole first half, Iraq were just getting in the back of them. Iraq were just getting in their box. Like, every time Iraq attacked, they were getting into Norway's box. Now they're not. They're struggling. They're having to build up now. They're having to pass from side to side now, Iraq. They weren't having to do that before. They were getting straight into Norway's box with every single attack previously. Now they're not. So definitely some good tactical tweaks, formational tweaks from Norway since halftime. Do you know what I feel like? I feel like Iraq have played pretty consistently through the match. And I think Norway has either picked up or dropped off. And I actually think the changes in Norway is what has changed the match, rather than any change by Iraq, if that makes sense. Interesting. The RTE player has lost picture temporarily. I can hear them, but I can't see them. Excellent work, RTE. Let's refresh. I see him now. I see it now. So Ibrahim got a cross in there, but he just the player that was in the box, just he couldn't get it in the right direction. Ryerson again. Ryerson has been very, very, very involved for Norway. He's had a really good match. I know they got round him for the goal, but overall, Ryerson has had a very good match for Norway. There's a whole heap of the Iraq players warming up here, so they look like they might be going to make some change soon. Noose is trying to get through there. Ball was overturned. Referee says it's a foul. Referee says it's a foul. Oh, yeah, that one was a foul, to be fair. That one actually was a foul. So we're going to have a free kick here for Norway. It looks like Ryerson's going to take it. I'm still waiting for this free kick to be taken. Right, it's been taken. Doesn't clear the first man. I mean, I wouldn't call it all the way clear, but not much came of that free kick. It wasn't a very good free kick. the size difference between some of the Iraq players versus the Norway players. The Norway players look like giants. Now it's going to be a throw from Ryerson. He's thrown it in as far as the box. Sorloth has fallen over a little bit. And then it's kicked clear. It's going to be another throw to Norway, but much further down the pitch. So Real McCoy says, I'm a bit distracted as I just got the new James Bond game on PS5. Normal Guy says they look like Vikings. They do. Well, I mean, they are, so that's fair. They look like Vikings because they are. Ryerson's put it in the box for Norway. Haaland doesn't get to it. It's gone as far as Nusa, who's put it in the box, but it's kicked out by Akam. I don't know what his surname is because none of them have the names that are listed on their backs. So Akam has put it out for a corner to Norway, but it was good defending. He did well there. Haaland was annoyed with himself. Haaland was annoyed with himself because he didn't get to it. But it's another corner for Norway going to be taken by Ryerson. The referee is stopped again. The players are starting to get really frustrated with the referee. You can see the players are starting to get really frustrated with the referee because he's just stopping for silliness now. Like there was nothing there and he just stopped the corner being taken. Right, corner is in. It's away. It's away. Only as far as Nusa. Ryerson tried to win it back. There's an Iraq player on the ground, flat on his back. He's holding his throat. There's an Iraq player's on the ground. He's holding his throat. Physios are on the pitch. He's receiving treatment, so I believe he will now have to go off for the minute once his treatment's completed. But I see what I want to see what's actually wrong with him. Carl's wide awake and full of beans. Yes, Hassan is saying, gotta say, this Nusa kid might be good. Hassan Harold, that was here with us earlier, Harold is from Norway, and he has been telling us about Nusa for probably about 2 months now, I would say. He's been telling us about Nusa for quite some time. He's been telling us he's really good and that we should be looking at him. And so this is the first time I've actually got properly watching him. I believe he was very loosely linked to United previously, but there's so many players loosely linked to United, you never know what's true. Now, Iraq are using this time to make a sub. Zidane Iqbal is coming on, isn't it? There's 2 subs, so Ismail's going off. Iqbal is coming off, so there's 2 subs, 2 off, 2 on. 2 off, 2 on for Iraq. One of the ones coming on is Zidane Iqbal, obviously formerly of United. And yeah, it was his neck. It was his neck when they came down his neck. But he has now received treatment. Does he have to go off for the minute? Or is it only if they think they're taking the mick? Carl says, I think Arsenal should sell Odegaard. I agree with you. He's not particularly good anymore. I don't think he had a good season for you in the Premier League. I don't think he's having a good match this match. I don't think he's been dreadful, but I don't think he's been good. I reckon you would be better off moving him on at Arsenal. I agree with you. We're back underway here, by the way, guys. Sorry, I didn't say that. I just started watching them play and didn't tell you that we're back underway. That was good of me. but it is with Norway. Possession is with Norway. And so they tried to cross it, Norway did, but it's with the Iraq defence. They've launched it forward. It's actually still with Iraq. They're going forward down the left. Oh, there was too much on that. Too much on that. It's going to be a throw in. Throw for Iraq. Oh, and the referee stopped again. Yeah, this referee is not for me. I'm not a fan. Right. The throw's been taken by Iraq terribly. It's with Norway and they've launched it forward. The Stan says probably should or let his contract run out if Arsenal want to respect his captaincy status. Injuries have killed Odegaard's career. And to be fair, that can happen. You see, when you've injury after injury after injury, it can just kill you. Like I think Mason Mount's a good player, but he's non-stop injured. I don't think he can afford to be sentimental though. Just let him see out the contract for the captaincy. I think you just have to move him on. And it's all but guaranteed that it's going to go to Declan Rice, isn't it? It's with Iraq's back line here again. Hassan, who are you a fan of? I did you you might have told us earlier, I forgot. Who is your team? So Iraq are going to try and go forward again. We are still 2-1 with a half an hour left to play. I mean, can go anywhere really, can't it? But Iraq have definitely been trying the more in the last few minutes. Rice or Saka, says Hassan. Ball into the box by Iraq, put on the roof of the net. Onto the roof of the net. Sell him in contract, get loads of money for him, and give Rice the captaincy, says Carl. That's what I'd be doing. Cutthroat. A foul has been given here against Sorloth, and he's asking for what? And I have to agree with him. Not really sure what that was for. Hassan says, I'm a former Arsenal fan, but I don't have a club anymore. Just unbiased enthusiasm. There's, there's. Rob, are you off to sleep? You've had enough of us for one day. That's it, it's getting late. Cut back. Headed away. Iraq are in the Norway box, but they're struggling. Is this the corner? Goal kick? I don't know what they're doing. Straight swap for Bruno. Not on your Nelly. Not on your Nelly. It was a good cut back initially by Iraq, but so was that Sorloth was in the right place? No, Torstvedt was in the right spot. Number 17. We're at the hydration break, I think. No, we're not. They're just pouring water on themselves anyway. It's not the hydration break. They're just pouring water on themselves anyway. Rob's hanging on. He's hanging on. You can do it, Rob. We've got about another half an hour. You could do it. You're being cute. It's with nobody. It's gone out for a throw. Norway defence is appalling, says all boxed up. Well, they're going forward here. Out to Nusa, number five's put it out to Nusa. It's been put out by Hussein for corner for Norway. Good defending. That Hussein is having a good match. He's having a good match, both ends of the pitch. Who's that down? Cramp. One of the Norway players. It's gone out for a corner for Norway, but one of the is it Odegaard that's down? I just keep seeing the floppy hair. With what looks to be cramp. I'm just seeing the fans rowing. I know there's a player injured or down with cramp. Oh, we're back up for the corner flag now. I just saw all the fans rowing. All boxed up. Norway's defence are beginning to wilt. Their attack isn't. Corner by Ryerson. He's put it in the box. Sent out by, I believe, was it Hussein again? Or was it the number 4 this time? They're gonna try go down the right. Right, it's been sent forward for Iraq. Noosa sent it back to the keeper, and it's now with Norway's defence. I don't know. It's going the way the first half went. Norway are taking over the possession, and when they take over the possession, they're controlling the tempo. Iraq do better when they're controlling the tempo. When Norway slow the tempo, that doesn't work for Iraq. That Doski, he's very good. There's a number of the Iraq players here have been really good. That Hussein and that Doski, they've both been quite good. That was poor, though. That was poor. They attempted a through ball, Iraq, really badly, and now it's back with Norway. I, I'm beginning to wilt. I think I'm beginning to wilt. It's not just it's not just Norway or Rob for that matter. I am beginning to wilt. Right, so one of the Iraq players is on the ground now. Oh, he's asking to be subbed off. He's holding the back of his neck. The Iraq player has done this. He's holding the back of his neck and he's done this. He has been asked, Jassine, number 17. Now, it was him earlier that received, yeah, exactly. It was him earlier that had the coming together with Nusa and that received the treatment. We have the hydration break right now. The substitution didn't take place and we're in the hydration break, but it was him that received treatment on his neck. Basically, him and Nusa both went up and Nusa come down on his neck by accident, but he hurt him. He's received the treatment and now he's asked to be subbed off. So obviously there's something there. He's obviously done himself a little bit of a mischief. Normal guys starting to wilt as well. Yeah, it did. It looked nasty. It did look nasty the way it happened in the first place. Your neck's not supposed to bend that way. Surreal McCoy says there are no Iraqi players in the Prem. I wonder if anyone is looking at them. I mean, it wouldn't be crazy. It wouldn't be crazy. I'm sure, like, without a doubt, there has got to be scouts at the World Cup. there is definitely scouts. I would say for most teams, there are scouts at the World Cup. I would be astounded if there's not. Now, whether anything comes of it, you don't know. But there's definitely scouts at the World Cup. So even if nothing comes of it this summer, they may look at some of the players if they're a little bit younger and maybe then watch them over the next season or so. Do you know what I mean? But I like sometimes a bit of the unknown. I like, if a scout has gone out and found a player they think is going to be really good, I don't mind if I've never heard of them or if they're not worth the fortune, they're not like a big Galactico name. That doesn't bother me too much because the whole point for me of a scout is to find the people, the hidden gem, the rough diamond, the one that nobody else has found or is talking about. I kind of like that. I understand you need a little bit of the star power as well, but I like the idea of the unknown players that have been scouted out and are being brought in because our scouts have found them before anybody else's. So it doesn't annoy me too much. A little bit of the unknown. Not as much as I know it bothers some people. Rob is saying Iraq are nifty. They are. They are indeed. I think I'm also going to take a water break. Hydrate myself. Save yourself a few bob. Right, so we're seeing subs here for Norway, I think. Schneider up's coming on. And it looks like Oscar Bob's going to come on as well. Oh, four. Four substitutions by Norway. Nusat is one of the players coming off, as is Sorloth. Schneider up Bob, Dorsvet, and Ustegard. There is also going to be two substitutions for Iraq. So this is going to be fun, lads. I'm just going to start shouting numbers. I've just got Hussein, one of the ones that was due well, has come off, and Justine, the one with the sore neck. So 4 swaps for Norway, 2 for Iraq, and one of them was the guy with the sore neck. So let's just see. Let's just see. Will that make a difference? Noosa coming off for Norway. We'll see if that makes a difference because he was a problem. Iraq might feel a little freer without him running at them. We're with the Norwegian goalkeeper. What do we reckon from here, guys? It felt like there was going to be more goals in this match. And then it has sort of petered out a little bit the same way that the first half did. Do we think that Iraq will get a second wind? Do we think Norway will just keep on the pressure until they get a third? Do we think it stays at 2-1? What's our guesses from here? Carl's sticking with 2-1. Norway are trying to break forward here. They're trying to get through. So Carl is sticking with his 2-1. Oscar Bob trying to link up with Ryerson there. They get a throw from it. All boxed up, hopes Iraq score again. That would be fun. Not for Harold, but just in terms of entertainment value. There was a shot there. There was a shot there, but it was blocked well. There was a shot for Norway, blocked well. Number 23. Very good block. So it's going to be a Norway corner. Odegaard's going to take it. Odegaard is going to take the Norway corner. Hassan reckons Iraq will need to play a bit rougher. This referee's annoying my head. Like, just let the game play, would you? Right, corner taken. Oh dear. Ostergaard. That was some header. That was some header. He was one of the substitutes, wasn't he? Ostergaard? Was he in our starting lineup? Ostergaard. No, he was one of the substitutes. That was quite a header. I mean, like a bullet. So the corner comes in from Odegaard. Haaland's wrestling away there. And Ostergaard just runs away from his man. He just runs away from his man up in the air. Nobody else is anywhere near it. Number 5 sees him late and tries to jump, but he's nowhere near it. Very, very, very good goal. Yes, Khalid, thank you. Ostergaard did come on as a sub. Excellent, excellent goal. Is Norgard in the Norwegian team? Dunno. Dunno. Let us have a little look. But it's 3-1 Norway, guys. I was just asking you. What did we think was going to happen? He plays for Genoa, says Harold, and he scores for them quite a bit. I thought you were sleeping, Sir Harold. Is Norgard there, Harold, since you're here? I don't see his name. You tried. He's Danish. Oh, well, there you go. He's not going to be there, is he? I agree, Rob. I'm happy for Harold, but I don't feel 3-1 is a fair reflection of the game. Although maybe it is. Maybe it's a reflection of the extra little bit of quality that Norway have. Norgard is Danish. There we go. There we go. So that's why he won't be in the Norwegian squad. Oh, the scoreboard. Good thinking, Bonkers. Good thinking, because I was not remembering. Right, so we're up to 3 for Norway. Thank you very much. Oh, no, you try. Twice you've tried. Twice you've tried. I appreciate your effort. I really do. I really do. Surreal says that was a great leap for that header. It really was. He was, and I mean, quite literally head and shoulders above everybody else. Nobody even got close. Number 5 tried, but didn't. Iraq have the ball here, but they're it's just a bit of ping pong turnover. Khalid says, Norway look a very good team, and it's not surprising they topped their group and went undefeated for so long. Odegaard and Haaland will be a handful for any team. They're showing a wee fatties, a wee football on his face, bless him. Yes, Bonkers, it was a good header. Hassan says, so my prediction has come to pass. Thank God someone Haaland scored for Norway. I just don't like Blondie for some reason. Probably the same reason I didn't like Zlatan. All Bob says a good header, but Haaland was fouling at the time. VAR question mark. I do believe that Haaland was also being fouled. I think he was fouling and being fouled. There was jostling, and he won the jostle. And to be fair, I have spent the entire match complaining that the referee is getting involved every time somebody breathes on each other. I don't think I can now complain. I take your point. I do take your point, but I think there was a bit of jostle, and Haaland just won the jostle. Um, Khalid, as an Iraqi, I have to concede that we have lost to the better team here today, but we will give other teams a tough game. Khalid, I think you have been very good. Very, very good. To be fair, Odegaard has just been subbed off. He has run 10 kilometers. Arian, please do not spam. You've asked the same question 3 times in 15 seconds. Please do not come in and spam. If you'd like to come in and ask a question, do so. You don't need to ask me the same thing 3 times when I'm answering somebody else's. Okay, so just have a little bit of patience. And yes, Khalid, I think you will. I think you will give other teams a tough game. I think you've been very good today. Very, very good today. I think the difference was just a little bit of quality. Just a little bit of quality. Rob says it was a fun watch along. Well, thank you, Rob. Thank you very much. I think you guys have been very fun as well. I think we've all been fun together. And as Hassan says, hit those likes. Hit those likes. Haaland was going there, but the keeper stopped it. The keeper for Iraq stopped it. And I'm sure he felt it too because I could hear the thud. Oh my God. See, when I tell you don't spam, that doesn't mean come back and ask me the same thing again. So do you know what to do? No, you definitely won't ask again. There you go. Straightforward. When I say don't spam, that means don't spam. If I tell you not to spam and then you come in and ask me the same thing I told you not to spam, I'll just ban you. It's very straightforward. Very straightforward. If anybody's new in here, don't spam. It's quite straightforward. Really, really straightforward. Don't be rude to the other chatters. Don't ignore me when I tell you not to do something. Don't ignore the mods. Just don't spam. Like, very straightforward. And you know what? If you had been patient, I would have answered you because I read all the comments. As I read for the last 1 hour and 58 minutes, I've read probably, I would say, 90% of the comments. So if you had just waited instead of being rude, I would have read out your comment. But you were rude. You interrupted the chat. You ignored me when I told you not to do something, and now you're banned. I'm one of those. See that whole 3 strikes and you're out thing. Appropriate when you were asking about a cricket player, but there's no 3 strikes in here. 1 strike, and then I ban you because I'm fun like that. I'm very fun like that. So back to the football, guys. It is, you'll be shocked to know, it's with the Norwegian goalkeeper. He has launched it forward to Haaland, who has tried to pass it out, but it's not got to the player he was going to. So it's with Iraq. Ryerson has cut that out, though. That didn't last too long. Ryerson has cut it out. It's going to be a throw to Iraq. Khalid says, Mohamed Ali Al Shamari, Iraq's number 10, is on. Hopefully, he will create something in attack. He has always scored goals wherever he has gone. I just feel like Norway are defending better. That's what I think has happened. I think Norway is defending better. That's a fair yellow. I have been quite critical of this referee, but that is a fair yellow. Haaland was about to break, and Zaid there just stopped him. I think that was a case of a good yellow card to take, probably an intelligent yellow card to take, because if Haaland breaks there, maybe he scores, but deserved yellow, you know? But he earned it. He took one for the team there. But yeah, I think, look, we have to give props to Norway. They're 3 goals up. You don't go 3 goals up by not playing well. We've had good goals. We got lucky with a mistake in the first half for their second goal, but they've been better in the second half. They're defending well. They're moving as a unit better. The tweaks since half time have been very good. They've been effective. However, I think Iraq have also been very good. I think they've been good going forward and they've been good defensively. They were just missing that little extra, just that little extra. Luke says, Ryerson looks like an actor. I don't know the guy's name. Since I told myself the Eminem thing, that's it. Nothing else is coming to me. I know he doesn't look like Eminem, but it's the hair. Khalid says, Norway looked like a very solid side. No wonder they took Italy apart in the qualifiers. I think Norway can go far. Well, Khalid, our Harold will be delighted with that. So Harold is Norwegian. Harold is Norwegian, so he'll be over the moon with that. He also thinks Norway can go far. But I think, look, they showed their quality tonight, Norway. They've stuck to the task. And I know we're talking about who Ryerson looks like, but he has been, I think, the key player for Norway. I don't think I have said any Norway player's name more than I have said Ryerson. He has been very impactful, getting back defending, helping in the midfield, going forward. I think he's been very, 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 very good. Harold's over the moon. I'm delighted for Harold. I am delighted for Harold. But I think Iraq have given a really good account of themselves. Because again, I suppose I didn't know what to expect from Iraq. I think they've given a good account of themselves. But fair play to Norway. They did take control and then they actually converted that control into goals, which is what matters. They've got some neat footwork too. Neil McDonough. Right, let's see. Let's look up this actor, Neil McDonough. Oh, I see who you mean. Oh, Luke. That's quite funny. I know him from American Horror Story, I'm pretty sure. He was in Star Trek. I know him from American Horror Story, I'm pretty sure. He's in a load of stuff. Oh, sure, he was in Desperate Housewives. There you are. I see what you mean with the hair, though. I do see what you mean with the hair. Who is 17? Who's 17 for Norway? He's been quite good. Who's that? I can't read the names. They're too small for me. Right, let's see. 17. Hagem, he's been good. So Norway are going forward again here. They're in the 18-yard box. Oh, into the side of the net. Into the side of the net. They did get the shot off, but it was into the side of the net. I'll tell you what, Norway could get another though right there going at. Is it Hegem? Hegem, number 17 for Norway. He's been decent. He's been very involved. Bonkers says Norway have been good apart from conceding the goal. Yeah, Noosa's been fantastic, and obviously we know that Harold told us about him. I think Ryerson's been excellent, and I think that wee Hegem, he's been very good as well. There's an Iraq player on the ground. Eamon. He's holding his ribs here, rolling around holding his ribs, but he's putting his hand up. He's asking the referee to help him up. Hagen plays for Bologna. He's had a good match. He's been quite good. I don't know if it was a foul, and I think it might, or Hassan. I think it might have been accidental on him. I do think he got hurt, but I think it might have been accidental. It's hard to tell sometimes, isn't it? But he's up now anyway. Who was the other two teams in your group? What group is this? Group I. Argentina and Algeria. If I'm Algeria, I'm quite concerned because Iraq have been good. Senegal, France. Hold on. I clicked. Oh, have I clicked the wrong group? Group. Oh, sure. It's giving me Group J. Group I round one, Group J round one. And I just wanted the rest of Group I. Thank you, Harold. France and Senegal. And to be fair, I don't think Senegal were bad today, but I don't think they were as good as Iraq. I think Iraq have been better than Senegal. Thank you, Harold. Thank you. I don't know why it did that. I clicked on your group, and instead of giving me the rest of your group, it gave me the first round of the next group. Don't know why it did that. But yeah. I think Iraq, of the two losing teams, I think Iraq have been better than Senegal were. And I don't think Senegal were bad, but I think Iraq have been better. The tempo is just, it's real slow now. We're just seeing out the rest of the match now. So we are just seeing out the rest of the match. I'd be surprised if there's another goal. If there is, it's going to be Norway. But I mean, there was such a high tempo for so much of the match. I say the players have to be tired, don't they? I'm tired looking at them. I'll tell you what, the stands look quite full too. Like, obviously, not every single seat, but overall, the crowds are quite full. We've had a clash of heads there. We've had a clash of heads. The Norway player has come off the worst. Schneider up. The keeper's checking on him. He's getting up. He's all right. He's getting up. He's holding his cheek though. Yeah, he took a bit of the head to the cheek, but he's got up. Harold, I'm very surprised by the Iraqi team. I didn't know what to expect. I had no idea because I've never watched them before. Um, but I'm quite impressed. The same as Morocco. I didn't really know about Morocco before we watched them, and I was very impressed with Morocco. So like that, I've been very impressed with Iraq. I thought they all were fine, but I wasn't like really impressed with them. Not like this. Um, whoo, whoo, whoo. There's a big one. Almost time for the big one tomorrow. Yes, we will be doing the England match tomorrow, Carl. We will be live doing a watch along for the England match tomorrow. Norway sends a forward here. Oh, I thought there was too much on that. There wasn't. The keeper's on the ground inside the net. It is 4-1 for Norway. I thought there was too much on that. I thought there was too much on it, and there wasn't. 4-1 Norway. Was it Haaland that got it? Who was it that even got it in the end? So it's out here on the right. He crosses it across the box. I thought it went too far. Oh, Haaland sent it back in, and then it's headed into the net. Did he control that slightly with his arm? It might have been an own goal. I think the Norway player controlled that with his arm before he crossed it into the box. Before whoever had it on the right wing before it goes into Haaland, to me that looked like he controlled it with his arm. I mean, it was a good, good, good to get the goal if you're Norway. But I think that was a handball. No, it wasn't Haaland, Hassan. He was the assist. Full time, full time. And to be fair, I'll just for prosperity, it does end 4-1. It does end 4-1 to Norway. Congratulations to Harold. Congratulations and well done. Because all you care about really is the result. Right, let me get you over here. So, yes, we're happy for our Harold. Let me stop the timer is what I need to do. We're done, lads. Right. Thank you all so very, very, very much for being here. You're all wonderful teacups. Very welcome anytime at Teacup Castle. Please smash a like if you haven't done so. Subscribe if you're new and just watching. Massive, massive shout out to both Carl and to Rob for incredibly generous super stickers. Incredibly generous. Shout out also to All Boxed Up for your very generous super chat. Special shout out to you guys. You've been fantastic. Thank you for sticking with me. I know it's late and we're all tired. Back tomorrow, 12 o'clock. So I will see you all there. Have a good night.